What's up, guys? It's your boy Pete, and welcome back to Plantwitpete. Now, if you're new here, this channel consists of almost everything houseplant related that tickles your fancy. There's a little subscribe button somewhere on the screen. Hit the little button, sit back and chill and enjoy this here on video. Alright, guys, on today's video, we are tackling down here. Now, alright, I'm gonna be like at least 90% honest and say that. This is such a lie. This is such a lie. It's my fault. Alright, I've neglected, my silver band. And I'm just, I don't know. Remember, I cut her up. And then once I cut her up, I did a lot of selling and trading of those. A lot of those didn't make it. Well, not a lot, at least a handful didn't make it. And we had over about 50 some odd cuttings, you guys. Anyway, so, oh, the door scared me. Sold some, traded some out. Long story short, she bounced back, but I'm standing in the doorway. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is what she's looking like. That pot is just all in all is too big. And then these other two, my sisters. I mean, look at them. Oh, can you? Okay, let's just take a second. Just look at it. Okay, you see what I'm saying now? And then what's really aggravating, I'm shaking the camera, because I'm aggravated. My strawberry shake finally wants to start to grow. And then the growth that it sends out is dang on near green. You see all those other variegated leaves? And I moved it. Remember, it was sitting tucked in no man's land. Sorry about the blur. Up in there somewhere. You remember that? Couldn't breathe. Couldn't see walk, couldn't do none of that. But I move it down here a little bit more light, and she wanted. Okay, but long story short, you guys, we're gonna probably, I don't know if we're gonna do like all of this on camera or time lapse it, but I also thought about propping this. But remember, the last time we tried to prop it, it didn't work. I mean, that one made it, but we had whatever. But she's growing, and if you guys, that's my Lenokai Road Syngonium. But yeah, my silver band is just looking horrible. My goal for my silver band is to get them looking like this. Now the issue, all right, mess. Okay, all of this is out of place. Don't you dare judge me at this point. All right, there's nothing in here that is in its respectful spot. At least that's like in the center of the floor. I'm sweating. Gonna turn this fan on, at least one, you guys. So excuse the noise. Mama is she's showing out for me. But yeah, my goal is to get them looking like this. Hopefully everything pans out with them. But I decided to, what is that thing? I think I told you guys already, to fertilize. Bad idea. Like, I'm starting to see damage. Like, you can definitely see it, like, on the freaking camera. Damage, paling is a lot, but that could like be the sun, because sometimes I forget the door is open, but I doubt it. That is given, whatever, guys. But we're gonna work on over here. I haven't decided if I want to cut these back. This last time I cut something back was my oxtails. I'm so pissed off about that. That really irks that irks me. That really freaking irks me. I've had it for years. I don't, guys. Yeah, as you can see, that hit a nerve. It really did. But all in all, everything is trying to be okay after that drastic fertilization. I mean, it wasn't wrong, it was just too hot. I talked myself into doing it after talking myself out of doing it for like at least a month or so ish, or something like that. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna tackle this. I think that's all that we have for today. I do need to start doing some more propagating, so I might just set the camera up, and we might have to be outside because it's incredibly hot in here. And then, as you can see, there's like props of stuff just scattered. It's a mess. My Syngonium is Syngonium, and I love that little plant. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. And I'm thinking hopefully the root system is not as robust We're gonna try and get it in something a little bit smaller. Check the root system. I don't. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure it out. And wait, what's wrong with you? Oh, nothing. You're just stuck hiding behind the leaf. Okay, which is elongated stem. All right, guys. So let's. I need to figure it out. If I want to stay in here, sweat box, or do I want to? Even if I do it out here behind me on my table, I still have like some cleaning up and stuff to do. I need to get her from up there. There's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I might just cut the light out. And anyway, guys, let's sit up and we're back. All right, guys. We made it back. Being ate up by mosquitoes. All right. So what I decided to do is we're gonna spray and clean these two down. I'll show you here. Looking for my shears. Let me just. Oh, let's do this. All right, that's a lot better. Okay, so down in the inside of these, you guys, there's like tons and tons of new shoots. I don't know if we're gonna. There we go. There's like tons of new shoots in here. A lot of little babies. Oh, mention a lot of little babies growing on the side, but as you can see, it's like it's just horrible to look at. I figured this is going to happen. I told you guys with a lot of plants, once you start to move them, it goes downhill. Then it's like another acclimating process, unnecessary acclimating process at that. But I'm just trying to prevent from having to cut like every single piece of foliage off to start it over, because again, as I stated before, that my oxalis, aka oxtails, I pray that they come back. Let's just go ahead and take this off. I pray that they come back, and I know it's been every bit of at least guys, maybe 2 months. Oh no, I mean 2 weeks. I hope if it's been 2 months, then it's not coming back. But I think I can find them. Maybe not here. I do remember but seeing some when I went to Augusta, I think, for my birthday. From the birthday haul. Well, not haul, but when I went shopping down there, they did have some. But I mean, I definitely don't go down that way like every chance I get. But I mean, I do know I can find them, and of course I can order some. But yeah, those are part of the OGs. I just really hope they come back, to be honest with you. I don't really want to go and find. I guess I don't need to check the root system since these are technically growing. So let's drop you there, and then I'm gonna wait to spray. I'm gonna wait to spray down that. I love the back seals on these. Spray down that. Oh, I need to do the other one too. The tricolor trio star. But I'm gonna wait to spray down the silver band once I decide that. Whatever, guys. I'm gonna spray it down after I check out the root system and put her in something else. She's about the same way, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there are some new growthises. Yeah, there are some growth points. Checking her out, you guys. I really don't get much in depth into detail with these here. I just look at them and make sure that they're all right and not being ravished by spider mites, which is a thing. But this time of year is okay. But the season I'm definitely worried about and just not ready for, well, not ready to go through with, is fall. Fall bring the mites. You know, I have tons of marantas and things, but yeah. Oh, I'm so itching right now. This yellow leaf can go as well. Now these I can't find. I may have seen them once upon a time. This is another OG, and yeah, we've been through some things. I've learned to keep the soil moist to damn near wet. Okay, let's just keep it honest. simply because of my grow space for one. Behind you here, yeah, it can get up to mid to high 90s, and humidity as well. So it's like a sweat box, heat box. And as long as I keep them well watered, like this soil here is fairly dark. I'll show you guys all the new growth points. If you can see them in there, yeah, you can see them. Wait, yeah, you can see them down in there. But she's growing. I don't know. Maybe if I don't know. I know if I up the humidity, which is not a thing for her, because these sit down on the floor, and you know humidity heat rises, so it's a lot difficult to keep these in the high humidity environment, and then also keep it ventilated, air flowing, and it's a lot. But yeah, we're gonna spray these here down, and I might, you guys, in this video, I think, if you guys notice, I've been cutting things down, maybe like on day 3, something of that nature. But I have one more plant that I might try to chop down. That is my variegated Heteracea philodendron. I might do it. You know, there's a green stalk on it as well, so it definitely needs to get cut down. And I'm shocked. I never grew Heteracea that size ever without any issues. But we're gonna spray her down with my Dr. Bronners, you guys. If you don't know, Dr. Bronners is a soap, cast style, concentrated. You can literally wash anything with it, but I definitely use it down like on my let's do this, my plants. Now I turn my plants on the side. If you guys can see, I probably can pull this down a little bit more for you. There you go. I turn it down on its side so that the concentrate doesn't run down on the roots, and I'm not finna flush. Let's keep it 100. I'm not finna flush, so it's flush the soil and stuff out on these. So yeah, I put it on the side so that a lot of this drips over, but of course some of it does make it down to the soil. But I haven't had any type issues with it. But what I'm doing now, you guys, is just giving it a quick massage. Usually don't have to when it's this concentrated. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can see the soap. You get what I'm saying? The water is completely not water. It's completely not water. So, well, you can tell it's not just regular water, just by how it looks. So I'm gonna let this sit for a second, and then I'm going to, let's switch sides, put you here. The wind is blowing, the hurricane is hurricaning, so we're good. At least we're good on like heat. You know, I've been on, well, it was hot earlier. But I said something. It was hot earlier. Let's just not forget that. We're gonna do the same thing. Did I clean? Nope. Shoot, I should have cleaned this one up a little bit more. But we're gonna do the same thing. Spray it down. Whoa, there we go. Spray it down and massage the leaves. Okay. Same thing, guys. Spray. As long as you stay on top of your spraying and make your spraying part of your care regimen, owning calatheas are fine. It's just like any other pest or insect, very manageable. It's just once it starts like the green, what is it, the runaway greenhouse effect, it's a lot. And then a lot of your foliage is damaged, just looks horrible. A lot of people cut their foliage. I mean, I do. Not even gonna, well, not just, it depends. Now if that leaf on that plant is just doing too much, then I'm just gonna take the whole leaf off and don't even worry about spraying and saving it. And that's only if the plant is healthy, you guys. So that means that if I'm fighting with a bad root system, then there's a good chance that my foliage is not going to look so good. So I kind of teeter-totter, kind of like this one here where you're seeing like the gashes and stuff on the leaves, cutting it around. But if the plant is healthy, kind of like my GrowStar T5 in there, I'm just taking a leaf off. Alright, so we just did this one first. We'll slide you down here. And then we're going to work you. Now this here is just regular water. Whoa. Regular water, you guys. Nothing special. I'm like, this is the only time of the, like, the time that I don't. Alright, don't like it when the sun and stuff goes. The mosquitoes, it's like they come out. And I don't like that. Who really does? You know, it's aggravating for one. Then you always have to scratch when you itch. It's aggravating. Alright. So I'm going to wash these down thoroughly. This is regular water. So of course I'm definitely not trying to get as much as this water down inside of there. I couldn't honestly tell you. I don't know. When I first started doing calatheas, you guys. Oh, let's do this. When I first, wait, did I take my? Okay, it's kind of late now. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave my equipment and stuff out here while I'm slinging water. But when I first started with my calatheas, I was in a different city, you know, different types of water. So I do know that water was messing with my calatheas, and I didn't do anything different except for what I'm doing now, you guys. Well, not now, but when I do water my plants, I boil my water. It's in like one of those, not crock pots, like soup pots or deep frying, one of those big pots. You've seen it. Some of you guys may have seen it, but I just boil my water like that, and then oh, this water's still going. And then I of course let it cool, and then I water my plants like that. But just using regular tap water, I haven't done in so long now. I just really don't want to do it, but take any chances, you know. Okay, so I mean, she's all right. Here they go. I wish they're supposed to be a lot bigger than what they are, even though we've been through some things like near-death experience, especially with her. Like, we had to start her all the way over. Like, if you go back to like some of my videos in the beginning, we've been through it. We've been through it. So have we. I think this is the oldest out of both of them. I thought about replacing this one. I've seen it once or twice, much bigger. But I was like, well, no, because the acclimation, and then eventually all that foliage is going to die, and then definitely going to have to, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, let me get these back in here, and then we can get her out, because we're taking all of this out. Getting her into a smaller pot situation. Oh. Now I have noticed with these here silver bands, they grow a lot different. Whoa, they grow a lot different than the regular red Maranta, any of those. So this is going to be fairly interesting. A lot of this old foliage has to go. All right. Hopefully I don't kill it. I got a feeling that this is going to be the end of the OG Maranta, which sucks. Kind of like my black band. I'm kind of glad I did cut up my black band. She's fine, if you guys are wondering. I have one in the house. I hope that's not a raindrop. I have one in the house that is struggling. Like, yeah, one of the cuttings that I tried to keep, and then I have a few cuttings and the root system of the other one. But remember that black band made House Plant of the Year like 2 years running or something. Oh. And I've done some neglecting. Looking at it up close before I show you guys. I'm not going to take off any damaged leaves. I'm just looking. I do see some new growthuses. Yeah, but I've been keeping an eye on it. Itching. Yep, time to hurry up. But this is the black band. Whoa. Okay, yeah, this is the black band, you guys, the root system, and I think this is the one, the bigger cutting that I took. Sheesh, that I took when we did cut her. So let's put you here. I probably should rinse. Yeah, let's rinse this off real quick. I don't want any. Alright guys, so again, black band, I love her. I said I wanted to get like one of those Ikeas, something glass, if I'm not mistaken. I think her name is Plantwitpete, and I think she has those acrylic glass boxes or glass cases that would be nice. Did I cut myself, or is there something in here that would be nice for my Marantas? But I need something bigger. I don't want like, I mean, I know they're stackable, but I just want them in like one case, whatever. You get what I'm saying? In one case, and with the high humidity, so I really don't have to worry about like much watering or pest as much. And I don't want them like enclosed inside of a bin. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. But let's get her out of here. I probably I have a pot. Oh, don't fall. I have 2 sets of pots here. I don't know exactly which one. Oh, which one I would like to use. I mean, they're the same size, like in height, but of course one is rounder. Now these, I haven't seen these grow like the Maranta. The Maranta is like a vining, crawling. This one is more of a, excuse me, bushel. Whoa, bushel situation. So we'll see, like once I get these out, clump them. I thought about this one simply because of less space, a little bit more tight. But I don't have a cover pot, which I don't know. And then of course I have my infamous 6 inches, and that the white one back is just too much. So let's go ahead and get started. I need to figure out, like, I don't want to really keep this soil, to be honest with you. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to use this here. It has peat moss in it, some rocks, mulch, smidge of sphagnum. It's very tinted with water. See, I thought about using one of these, but it's kind of like considered an overkill, right? Same instance. Yeah. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do for the next part, we can fast forward this. Yeah, I'm gonna time lapse this. It's gonna take a second, and I don't know if I have got it in me, to be honest with you. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm not keeping. We're not keeping the soil. So, okay, this goes down, Pete. Alright, guys, let's get to it. What I'm gonna do, let's see, can I turn you guys? Yeah, see. Alright, so down here, you know how when you want to put soil in other places? Let me do that, because there's that spot. That was a raindrop. There was that spot in the front where the second retirement home is sitting at, and I need to get it. Oh my goodness! And then there's like, remember like the small cuttings? I have to make sure none of these are still alive. It's a lot going on, guys. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, there's a lot of space. Try not to break any roots unnecessarily here. Okay. Alright, so this one here looks like it's still in the same exact. I broke a root or two, I felt that. Shape that it was in when I put it in there. So what we're going to do, let's just stick this here. Same with this one. Get down, try not to break the roots on it. Okay, yep, and then this was the second part, and I have roots. Try not to break. There we go, you guys. Nice root system. Now we just need to figure out. See, like this one here is still alive. Can you see that? Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. Let me clean this up, you guys. And like I said, they don't grow like the other ones, so it's kind of hard to get these things to spread instead of them spreading on their own. The other ones, like the red band and the silver band, I haven't seen like a mature specimen of the black band, if I'm not mistaken, but I think the black band grows almost the same exact as this here silver band does. And looking at the silver band, she definitely needs a good spray down as well, but I don't want to loosen up too much of this here root ball, and some of this has rot on it. Okay, this is the ones that was grown in sphagnum moss. See that? Yeah, which sucks because you have to watch the watering. Yeah, there was this self-watering system that I found for a few dollars. Oh, there's a new growth point there. There was this self-watering system. I'm gonna take this loose or readjust it so that it can push forward. There it is. And I decided to use sphagnum moss, you guys, in the inside of it. Alright, so we have this one down to a little bit more manageable size. And of course, with 2 growth points on it. There's that mosquito. I need to cut this because this is just not where it's at. Alright, where's my shears? We're making decisions here, guys. Alright, let me stop this and start it. Alright guys, we're back. Just didn't want it to cut out on us. Alright, so this is a whole one as well. It's gonna go in. And then now this entire root ball, I need to figure out. I heard something pop. Shoot. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out, you guys, where all this soil is it needed. And by the looks of it, it does not. It really does not. Alright guys, so what I did, as you can see, I loosened the root ball. I'm not going to do it too much. Again, I don't want to break a lot. But this is this one and the roots. So what I'm going to do now is take these here on the side. A lot of soil for that. I should have did it when we did the when we cut these up, but I didn't, and you see why. I should have, right? So yeah, I need to figure out now, you guys, if I want to let's lock this in. If I want to, let's see, because it fits in there. Yeah, it fits in there perfectly. Let me find the piece. Uh-oh, where are you? Where are you, Mr. Peace? I cut it, remember y'all? Remember I said I cut it? And then that was like a whole 2 plants. Did I put the whole 2 plant thing back down in the... Oh my goodness. Yep, I did it. Here it goes. I'm gonna say, did I put it back down in there? Can you see it? Yeah, silver band. So what we're gonna do is use this peat malt mix, rocks, soil,